Tough time for all concerned in that family. The red lights are on. The gates are back and they're away and they're racing. Blackwater Bay landed first over BARAMAGIC, the Dominican and 1 Point Lady. Sluice Box taken hold of by Brandon Louis. Drops out there, back second from last in front of the Geraldton Galloper, who's at the tail of the field in Black Money. And so as they sort themselves out, completing 250, and they're just idling in the run down the home straight with BARAMAGIC, well held by Brad Parham, cruising along. Not much more than about half pace at the judge, led by a length and a half, Blackwater Bay. And over on the outside is the Dominican running third. 1 Point Lady is fourth on the rail. Then Sluice Box, 2 lengths away, is the Country Galloper Black Money. Out of the straight they go at the 1600, and this has been a very leisurely run affair. And it's BARAMAGIC who leads by 2, Blackwater Bay. A length and a half to the Dominican, who'll follow Blackwater Bay's every move outside of the mare 1 Point Lady. Then came Sluice Box, and seeing them all at the back of proceedings is Black Money. No change to the order. Over into the back they head, and in this very sedately run affair, BARAMAGIC beautifully rated here in front for Brad Parham, who's been pinching a few of these middle distance races too, and he's able to control the speed just like this. And as they work down the back, they've got 1100 to go. BARAMAGIC just calls its own tune. A length and a half to 2 clear. Blackwater Bay, 1 Point Lady down on the inside in third spot, being covered by the Dominican, who's up there still following the footsteps of Blackwater Bay. Then came Sluice Box, and Black Money would have the task in front of it as they leave the back with 800 left to go. And this is a carbon copy once again with the BARAMAGIC still leading the way. And you would think that Brad's going to put the foot down on the accelerator at any time soon. They approach the turn, 600 metres to go. BARAMAGIC a length clear. The first move from off the back of the pace comes from Sluice Box, who peels around the outside as Black Money taps onto its back. Now the sprint goes on. Here they go. They're starting to hustle. At the 400, BARAMAGIC given a dig in the ribs at the top of the straight. Shot about 3 clear. Blackwater Bay, Sluice Box, 1 Point Lady. Followed then by the Dominican and Black Money. They went past the 250. BARAMAGIC well clear. Out by 3, Sluice Box. Black Money down the outside. So is the Dominican. They go to the 100. BARAMAGIC still clear. Black Money running to second. Charging home. The post is going to thwart it though. And Brad Parham again steals another one. BARAMAGIC all the way from Black Money. Huge really under the circumstances. The Dominican ran third. Sluice Box next home. Blackwater Bay, terribly disappointing. Back there with the mare 1 Point Lady. Well, BARAMAGIC jumped in front. Brad was able to do what Brad does best, control matters, and has just added another Metropolitan winner to his ever-growing list of winners through this 2022-23 season. Black Money from the back against it all has made up a lot of ground in the Northern Thoroughbreds colours. Jet run a mighty race. And the Dominican, Willie Pike, was third home. Sluice Box and Blackwater Bay, well, the $2.80 second favourite as it turned out, with the Dominican backed into 260. And Blackwater Bay was gone on the home corner and in fact didn't beat one home. The roughie beat it to the line. 3/4, a length and a half of the margins. Now, the time for the race is 2:24.53. The record, which probably was on good ground, 2:13.91. 2:24.53, soft 6 the track conditions, but not that bad. 36.20, just an indication of how easily Brad Parham was able to get this on BARAMAGIC, who's by Blackfriars out of Time Sin, prepared by Brian Kersley for Madame's Facey, Pickering, Lambert, Martins, Kersley, Novak, Haynes, Arnott, Sutherland and McClure. And that's win 6 from 47. Black Money's by My Admiration, Graham Hammerquist, Jade McNaught, and the Dominicans by Blackfriars, Willie Pike for Michael Morton. The next event, race 2, 1200 metres, number 6 Special Street, comes out of the second. 12:34 is starting time. Let's take you downstairs, and just another one for Brad Parham here, and he does this so well, Britt.
Doesn't he? Just rated him to perfection. Brian Kersley joins me now. Brian, what were your thoughts throughout running when he was getting it cheap early, and then were you thinking, right, let's see him up tempo from here?
Yeah, I was. The race turned out perfect for us. He got to set his own pace for the first half of the race. Brad just slowly let him accelerate from about the 850, 900, and at the 600 he said, good luck, catch us now.
Were you surprised by just the margin that he was able to put up on them in the straight?
No, not really, but I didn't know which horse was here today. Like, him at his best is pretty much what you saw today. Hopefully we can get him to come more often.
Does it make it a frustrating type of horse to train, knowing that there are just sort of two versions of him?
It really does, because you talk to connections, you talk to the jocks, and you tell them what you think race day, and then you've got a very average maiden performer turns up, and then the next time you've got, like, today's horse turns up, and you just scratch your head and you don't know.
It can make you look silly sometimes, but today was not one of those days. Tell me the story about this horse's tail. He's missing a bit of it.
Yeah, he was just doing a bit of lunge work at home one day and flicked his tail at a fly, and it wrapped around the rail of the round yard and literally pulled half of the dock of his tail off. He had to have surgery to remove the N2 vertebrae off his tail.
Have the vets ever seen anything like it?
No. They even rang around a few other clinics to see if they'd ever heard or seen anything, and they've just gone, no, never seen anything like it.
What sort of reaction did the horse have when all of a sudden his tail was yanked out?
None at all. He just kept trotting along as if nothing had happened. He didn't realise that it happened. He's just a different individual.
That is a little bit what he's like, isn't it, in terms of his mental capacity, that he almost wouldn't have even noticed?
Yeah, dead set. He's very clever but very dumb to go with it. He was having a dumb day that day.
Today he was clever. Well done.
Thank you.
Brian Kersley there, and let's get a word from Brad Parnham.
Well, Brad, I don't think you needed to be overly clever to put a speed map together. It looked as though you were going to be the only horse with any interest in being out in front, and that's the way it panned out.
Yeah, that's right. He jumped clean today, and he usually does have speed, so he put himself there, had it pretty cheap, and yeah, it was too good for him.
What stage did you start to up the tempo?
Probably getting towards 800 or just before that. I just got into that bend, and I thought I'll just start to wind him up slowly from there, and yeah, he sort of started building quite nicely, and eventually put a bit of a gap on him, and then he was too good to hold him out.
What about today? Can Sky Duke from the inside draw measure up? It looks like a pretty sharp 3-year-old lineup.
Yeah, you're right. It's a sharp lineup, but he's sort of racing in good form. He's drawn a good gate, so he'll jump quick and he'll be right there, and yeah, we'll see if he's good enough.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There is Brad Parnham, BARAMAGIC, victorious here in the first for Brian Kersley.
She's running through my mind all day. Hey, Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. I can be your melody. A girl, I could write you a symphony, the one that could fill your fantasies. So come, baby girl, let's sing with me. I can be